Welcome to Coffee with the Dolphin Star Temple. This is episode 4, and I am Cherie from the home office here in Mount Shasta, California. And I have lovely Roberto Dativa with me. I'm sure you all know him. He's our former president of Dolphin Star Temple Board of Directors. And Roberto, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you. Well, first of all, good morning, Cherie. Good morning to everybody who is watching us. Yes, briefly, my name is Roberto Dativa. I am originally from Ecuador. I am an energy healer with about 20 years of experience, and I've been gathering over the years different tools in this journey. But what really impacted my life and has shifted it in many ways is Pleiadian Lightwork. So I've been practicing Pleiadian Lightwork for more than 13 years in terms of my practice full time. I feel that it's a powerful transition from before and after. I am a young father, just one little baby, 1 year old, and my wife and I were delighted to have the experience. And definitely very excited because recently I was able to complete my training as an apprentice for teacher training. So I will be able to start teaching also these amazing courses that I've been practicing for a long time. I'm excited about it and ready to share all my experiences and what I know. I feel very fortunate also that being able to work with Amora when she was alive as a client for several years in a consistent way. And also she invited me to join the courses, so I did, and I received all her knowledge as well directly. So I feel very blessed for that as well. So briefly, that would be a little bit of a sample of who I am. Cherie, do you think it's enough?
Absolutely. That's a great introduction, and how fortunate that you were actually able to train with Amora as well. That's amazing and fabulous. She's an incredible teacher. And I'm so excited that you're finally going to be teaching the full sensory perception course level 1. I know 1 is coming up soon. And we also, I don't think it's too soon to announce, we have a Spanish version of this course coming out. It's been asked about and requested for so many years. So this is, we're so just thrilled and honored to have you help the Spanish-speaking people as well. But I wanted to ask you a couple questions about full sensory perception training. I know that level 1 is the first course that you are needing to take in order to progress through the mystery school. Can you tell me a little bit, like if you were brand new to Pleiadian Lightwork, what is full sensory perception?
Yes, absolutely. Amora chose this name because she wanted to explain people that through this course, they would be able to accomplish the awakening of their psychic abilities. Now, we have to remember that we all have them naturally. When we are born, we all are psychic. But through life, experiences that we have that we don't remember, we block them. Just an example of that happens pretty often is when we are little babies, we might see dark entities in our bedrooms or dark entities in people who visit us. So we get scared and we just block it. It happens several times, so it becomes a big blockage, and then we decide just to block it because it's easier for everybody to live in this reality without perceiving the non-physical realm. Yeah. So having this course will help us to be able to deal with those kind of energies. We will feel empowered because we will know what to do with them. We will know how to clear ourselves. We will know what they are and how they work. So information is a very important key in this process. Amora created a very detailed course with all the information that you need to feel ready and empowered to awaken your psychic abilities in a safe way. But also there is another part of the course that goes towards preparing humans for a collective race of consciousness. In our website, maybe some people read, Amora was intending to support with Dolphin Star Temple work that one day we will have 4,000 people with Christ consciousness. So what happens is that if we all enter in a process of clearing deep layers, healing our past, clearing all these different processes that are creating conflict in our lives, and clearing all these different past wounds and releasing all these stuck emotions and energies, then eventually the real self, which is a Christ self, is going to just emerge slowly and gradually. And we will be able to anchor more light wherever we are. That's why it's a requisite to the PLI programs to complete first the FSP programs, the
Okay,
full
so you're
sensory
talking
perception.
about the more
Yes,
advanced work, which
they're
is
more advanced because
the
those
Pleiadian
are the
light work
ones that really
intensives.
anchor the light in your body, the cat
Mhm.
channel. But how could you sustain that kind of energy work if you haven't done the previous healing deep work that we get
Yeah,
into
absolutely.
perception? So she was very aware of that, and that's why she created this system in which the FSP courses go first, not just by awakening your psychic abilities. That is very helpful in life. You will know if a person that you meet is somebody that you can trust or not, just by meeting the person.
Mhm.
Your intuition will guide you into decisions that you need to make. It will guide you, even though sometimes can be difficult, but your intuition will be stronger and more clear.
Okay,
And
so
also,
I have a question,
yeah,
and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what from a beginner's mind perspective, what would you say clearing is for people that don't even know
absolutely.
what clearing is? Like, let's
Every time
step
that we
back a bit.
have a wound in our past, a negative experience, a trauma that we have, that is an energy in our body or the hologram that is
Mhm.
stuck, is causing a blockage.
Okay.
Let's say heart chakra. Just for an example, a typical wound that I find in men and women, the first love broke my heart. So
Uh-huh.
after that experience, you say, I will never open my heart to anybody anymore.
Oh,
That is a wound,
right.
and all that energy is there. So when you're older, you start getting relationships, but nobody can get into that deep connection with you because now you are guarded. Now you are a little bit of not sure if it's going to work or not.
Mhm.
Never open your heart again, like in the first time. So when we do this work, we go into your heart chakra, we look into every aspect of it, we clear all these programs, you release that kind of energy, and then you realize how many years you have been living with that. And then you experience again that expansion in your heart chakra. And you feel like you can love more than before. You can feel like it's safe to love. You can feel that it's okay to be vulnerable because in that way also you get all the positive things in the process. So that we do in every chakra. This is a powerful program that was so deep. In the first level, we go into the seven main chakras, clearing all these kind of programs, stock energies, different blockages, if we
Okay.
find dark entities, things like that. So just to
Okay.
have a
Thank
better
you.
experience.
Yeah. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah. Um, hmm. I'm sure we all have lots that needs to be cleared.
We all have, nobody escapes, nobody is ready here to just ascend. Otherwise, it would not be here. So it is a great program for everybody who is in a journey of seeking a real path of growth,
Mhm.
honest, because we start also feel inspired to live in truth, and that's not easy when you are completely in flow, transparent, not hiding, not pretending, not controlling. The energy flows so much better.
Yeah.
But just imagine a situation when you're with your family, for example, and you know, oh, with my brother, I shouldn't talk about this. With my mother, I shouldn't say this. With my
Mhm.
sister, I shouldn't talk about that. You are all contracted, and apparently everything is fine, but your energy is all completely blocked. So having these clearings, you feel spontaneous, you feel free, you feel like you can just share whatever aspect of your life is ready to share. And then that will be an interesting dynamic to see how people react to that. And then you're helping them to realize that
It's very
something is
liberating.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You
So can
feel
I ask
different.
you, these issues, I mean, they're basically stuck in the quantum field, or we're operating in a quantum field when we do this work. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's a more technical name, but if we go into the different aspects of the human being, we have seven main chakras. We have many other chakras that are smaller. We have our aura field. We have our etheric body after the physical body here, the emotional body here, the mental body here, the spiritual body here. And then we have merged with the physical body, the astral body, which is the one that goes when we're sleeping. So
Mhm.
all those bodies get healed in many ways. We start working in FSPs on all these levels, working in contracts, limiting beliefs, some energy cores, dark entities that could be attached to some of them. But in the first level, which is the beginners, we're doing a very important process that is a cosmic flush, which means that through life, also you have been able to process a lot of those wounds. Because it's like that. After a time, you process the experience, you can heal it, you can move on, and then the emotion, the energy is ready to be released, but you don't know how to do that. So with this process, we also will help people to really flush all those energies that you don't need to work deeply anymore. You just flush that energy and you feel amazing after that. It is very liberating as well. And also in terms of energy, if the chakra flows better, the physical body is going to work better. Your health is going to get better, more energy in general. So
Sign me
that's
up.
kind of
I want that.
we all, yes.
So this particular course that you're doing is something new for Dolphin Star Temple, because we're going to actually be doing these courses online. So they're live, interactive courses. Are you going to be using the Zoom format for that?
Yes, for now, I'm going to be using that. It's easy for everybody. And also for me personally, now that I have a young children, so it is a great opportunity to really reach more people from the comfort of their own homes and being able to have access to all these powerful information. Before, we had to book 3 weeks in order to make it happen, not work and travel and all
Oh, you're
those
talking about in-person classes.
in-person classes, which was the only way that we did before. So it was way more difficult. You had to plan it for years ahead in order to make it happen. Right now, it's so simple. You just book it and you can do it from home. In my opinion, it works in the same way. I had experience already with the first online course, and it worked perfectly. I saw our students being able to learn the hard way, learning to read people from the distance. When you are working in person, it gives you the impression that it's more easy in person and more difficult from the distance. But through Zoom, people was able to really and quickly read accurately to the other participants, and it was amazing to see that. So I'm very pleased and confident that is the way to go for now, especially with COVID and everything that's going on right now. I think it's very good to have the option available. I intend to do the classes in person too, but it will be probably from next year.
Yeah. One of our gifts from COVID.
Exactly.
The remote learning.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh goodness. Well, thank you so much. I just appreciate you so much in what you're doing for Dolphin Star Temple and for humanity. Your launch of the global meditations for all of us were just so lovely, and we still have them available. If anybody wants to watch the global meditations, you can see Roberto leading them on our YouTube channel. And if you have questions about FSP, you're welcome to email me at dolphinstarmysteryschool@gmail.com. I'd be happy to forward questions to Roberto. His information also is on our website under our teacher and practitioner tab on dolphinstartemple.org. So you can find Roberto. He's at the very bottom. He is Ecuador. So but you can definitely connect with him direct as well. And is there anything else you want to say about this FSP course coming up?
I would like to share with whoever is thinking about it to really consider that this is a deep work. We are able to really accomplish deep work in a few weeks. And it can really be the beginning of a new life. I would like to share a little bit of how it was for me before I did FSP. Even though I was working with Amora through sessions, it was better, but it was nothing compared to what I experienced after the class. I was having some physical issues. My health was not great. I was having some issues with my relationships at work, with my wife, some challenges. And I was having also a little bit of depression because of how life was not unfolding in the way that I expected. And after the class, it's like magic. Things just started to bloom. And I felt more at peace, more excited, more connected. And I felt that a big weight was lifted off my shoulders. And since then, my life was completely transformed. So I'm very excited to be an instrument of an impact like that for others. I have a deep knowledge of the processes. I have so many examples that I can share for people to really learn the techniques in a deep way. And for those who are not thinking into being a practitioner, it's okay. You can do it for your own personal growth. That's what many people has done over the years. It doesn't have to be only for people who are intending to be practitioners. And if you're intending to be a practitioner, you will learn tools to be able to work with energy in a very set way. Because in other modalities, you don't learn all the details to avoid receiving energies from the clients and being affected by that. So I find Playground Light work very, very effective and very detailed in that particular aspect to give you the tools to be safe. So you are able to help in being service, but not really being affected by anything from the client. So that would be a very important step to consider. And also the fact that it's never been so easy like right now. Like I said before, it was very complicated for the traveling and all the time off. Right now it's easier, and I think it's part of what the world needs to be able to reach out more people at once. So thank you, Cherie. I feel that this is a new beginning. And just a quick comment, I'm going to start having also my first Spanish training. I have received over the years emails that you have forwarded me, and I've been in touch with some of the people. Definitely is gonna start on September 21st, the one in Spanish, and the one that I'm launching in English is gonna be now in August 8th. So we have
Okay.
already 2 dates ready to start.
And a quick question, you don't have to be like psychic in order to do this class, right?
No, nobody has to be experienced. Nobody has to have any abilities. You
Okay,
just need to be ready to heal, be
make some
open, ready, and
changes.
willing. Yes, exactly.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Roberto, for everything. And I'm sure we'll be continuing on our discussions. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And everybody that's watching, thank you again for taking the time to see this. And like I said, if you have any questions, just reach out to us and we'd be happy to help you.
Thank you,
All
Sheree.
right. Bye. Have a
Bye.
good one.